You know, you've got two little things. You got the little angel and the little devil, and the little devil said, don't be a pussy. If I've been known for any one thing in my life, it's not being a pussy. I listened to this guy over here and sent it. Skiing was what I love to do, and freestyle was definitely the best way for me to do it. Just being a part of that culture, the lifestyle, it was the bee's knees for sure. It's what I wanted. I took it from being a local club skier, and I made it to the provincial team, and I had aspirations to go World Cup. But I think my aspirations for the lifestyle and the culture were even stronger, and I think that's a part of why I never really made it. Moved into coaching, and a couple years into coaching, landed a pretty gravy job here in Silver Star, coaching legends like TJ Schiller, Justin Dory, Riley Lebo, Josh Bibby.
I'm just stoked I got all my boys from Vernon here.
Incredible. Like, I can't put words to how talented this group of kids is and was at that point in time, and they were far better skiers than I'd ever been already. That was a good place to be. I think it was even more rewarding than being an athlete. I was skiing by far my best when I was a coach, and you're damn right, I was in there all the time, and I was always in the mix. It was the last day of site preparation and the first day of official training for the Canadian Junior Nationals. After a day of shaping and building all the jumps, I wanted to hike up and hit it for myself. I remember hiking up the in-run, doing a speed check, and I hiked it maybe 3/4 of the way up the in-run, and going down, realized right away that there wasn't enough speed. Without hesitating, I go right to the top of the in-run, assuming that's going to be the right speed. And again, without even thinking twice, I dropped down the in-run, going for a stock Superman front flip. I was probably 3/4 of the way down the in-run, and right away I was like, holy shit, no, this is too much speed. The landing hill came and went, and I probably dropped from like 100 feet. And just slightly over-rotated it. I remember looking down, I landed on the tips of my skis and then just came down so chest heavy, and with that rotation to the front, the weight of my ski boots came around and smacked me in the back of the head, and it was lights out. When I landed, the force of my skis coming around dislocated my back and severed my spinal cord, so it cut all the nerve endings. So unbeknownst to me at the time, I couldn't move anything, but I couldn't feel anything. So I was like, all right, but I could tell by the look. Everybody had seen a ghost. Once the news got broken to me that it was going to be paralysis and it's a permanent thing, honestly, more than the fear of what had happened was an overwhelming guilt about making such a shitty decision that impacted so many other people. The invasion, the surgery was brutal. The only thing that trumped that was looking in my dad's eyes and seeing the pain that we both shared. You know, he had dreams for his boy, and I had dreams that I wanted to live, and we both knew that shit had stopped. I wouldn't want to go back there, and I'll tell you that I wouldn't want to wish that moment on my worst enemy. You know, physical and emotional pain like that just doubled up. I think probably the biggest turning point for me was when the doctor in the emergency room broke it down for me. And he basically just told me that I'm going to kick ass in a wheelchair, and before I know it, I'm going to be back in the mountains riding a sit ski. I don't know how he composed himself to come into that room, to break it down for a 23-year-old kid that loves to ski, that loves to bike, that loves to hike, that loves to play soccer. At that point in time, you know, I had a strong internal drive to keep moving forward because of the guilt that I had put on myself for putting everybody through it. So I told everybody on the speakerphone that day, I said, you know what? I want you guys to celebrate skiing for me. I said, I want you guys to love it the way I loved it. There's nothing to mourn here because I'm going to be back. I said, I promise you that I'm going to be back in the mountains. I didn't know what a sit ski looked like, but I knew that I was going to be back in the mountains and doing what I love to do. Truth be known, my back healed up pretty well, and I was in the sit ski faster than somebody would have turned around an ACL injury. In 2005, I learned to ski, which arguably was probably one of the more enjoyable years I've had because there's no pressure, no expectation, no negative energy from competition, no nothing. I just got to ski and explore and it felt like I was just a little kid. After that, I got introduced to ski racing, which I was a little bit standoffish about. I wasn't looking at 2010, I wasn't looking at competition, I was looking at spandex. That's not my culture, that's not my style at all. I kind of got suckered into it, and right away I saw something a little bit different that I've never seen before. I saw a run that was fenced off, with ski patrollers there in case I have a gnarly crash, and the right to go as fast as I want. Okay, I'll give this a shot. And I ended up having a lot of fun. And then I looked at 2010, I said, holy cow. I've always wanted to go to the Olympics. I've always wanted to represent Canada, and I've always wanted to do it as a skier. Here's my second chance, my second win to go for it. That gave me a whole new set of goals to reach for. And having that passion, having that drive in my life completely, for a few years, wiped out the severity of having a spinal cord injury. In 2007, ended up winning the Canadian Championships. 2008, I earned a spot on the World Cup circuit. Got my ass handed to me every weekend. And I didn't like that very much, so I took what I learned, applied it over the summer, brought it to 2009, and won the World Championships, which was kind of crazy. Ended up coming back to Whistler from the World Championships and won the downhill there, which solidified me as one of the skiers that belong with the best. And I was feeling good, and that just rolled me in quite nicely to the Paralympic Games in Whistler 2010 and brought home a silver medal for Canada, which was outstanding.
Josh Dueck slid down in his sit ski for yet another silver finish. Every one of his supporters were on their feet.
Channeling all that hometown crowd energy from them through me back into the mountain, and that really helped me release some of the nerves up there.
Josh Dueck.
Let's get loud, it's Josh Dueck!
I come from the Silver Star crew. Dude, I've got a tight posse of amazing riders all competing here at the games that kill it. They keep me motivated, and that's just fun coming down there.
Well, congratulations. Let's give it up one more time. Gold, silver, bronze.
I believe in my heart that I couldn't have done what I've done in the period of time that I have without the support network that I have. You know, I always talk about my friends and family in the ski community at large that have been there for me, as they have, But the one person that doesn't get recognized as much as they should is my wife, and it's solely for the sacrifices that she's made in order for me to achieve the dreams that I have. You know, she's the foundation for everything that I do. She's the strength. And more importantly, some of the nastiest lines that I've poked was when she's like, I think you can do that. That's obviously why she's in my life. That's like the greatest gift anybody could give me, is believing in me. My Paralympic experience is probably the highlight of my athletic career. But there's still something missing. You know, I'm not a ski racer, I'm a free skier. This is my dream, this is what I want to do, and I'm not going to be fully satisfied until I give an honest effort to it.
No matter what I've been through and how hard it is to race memories of that day, nothing beats the feeling of flying through the air. Mark Abman and I have been good friends for a long time, since well before my accident. He's since become one of the best professional free skiers in the world. And to get to ski with him in a place like this, it just doesn't get any better.
Skiing's everything. Everything. My passion and dream has always been to be a skier. And my career has been filled with peaks and valleys, and ultimately I got dealt a super shitty card. And I gotta live with that every day. But holding on and staying true to what I love to do, and to be a skier and to travel the world, to explore new places and to explore myself through the medium of being a skier, it's freedom.